Hello everyone and welcome. I'm the Retro Repair Guy. First of all, the title is not clickbait, and no, I'm not abandoning the channel. That's all you want to know? You can move on. But yeah, I've been meaning to make this video for a while now. First of all, where have I been? Well, I severely injured myself. Now, there is a couple of things that happened all in the same week, and I'm not gonna, talk about it because first of all, it makes the videos too long. Second of all, Mrs. RG is always saying, you talk about your ailments to everybody, and they don't care. They don't want to know. So she's right. But yes, one big thing though is that I did hurt my shoulder pretty badly, and that led to a couple of months. I could not sleep at night. It was really a lot of pain. I couldn't do anything. So that got fixed, but then we got into the Christmas holidays, and then I started helping Mrs. RG with her own projects. So I've been delayed. This is why we're in February now, I haven't brought you any content. By the way, I do want to say a big thank you to everybody, all the subscribers who's checked in on me. I do want to apologize for not bringing you content, and thank you for still being there. I also want to say a shout out and thank you to Peter from 8 Bits in the Basement. I really appreciate you, checking on me and sending me emails. If you haven't checked out his channel, I'm going to link it below. He's got some great content there, and he's got a cool little series on the Atari 2600, how to make a game, and Batari, I think it's called, B-A-T-A-R-R-I. So it's like a basic for Atari. Anyways, really interesting, and you should check that out. So anyways, thank you, Peter, for checking in on me as well. And anyways, I wanted to, before I move on to the future of the channel and what's going on, I want to explain to you guys a little bit why I started the channel. Now, you see, 3 years ago, I was semi-retired, I should say. I'm working for myself, but I wasn't working for large companies anymore. And so I'm not going to tell you my whole background. You can read it on my website, so I'm not going to bore you with that either. But I want to tell you that I did make some movies in the past, low-budget movies, as well as, short films and features. And at the same time, I've always been repairing and fixing stuff, and that's part of my, how could I say, part of my background. I was working in electronics for 30 years, and I worked for a lot of other corporations, and I worked in IT and everything. So just to say that all of that kind of, making a YouTube channel married all of that together. The artistic side of me, as well as, putting everything, tearing everything apart and putting it back together. And I got inspired by a lot of people like, there was, the 8-Bit Guy. There was also, Techmoan, of course, and people like Perry Fractic from Retro Recipes. These are all people that I was watching and I got inspired by, and they were doing some restorations here and there, and I really got inspired by that, and I said, I want to start that. Now, the restorations, as you know, take a lot of time. They're time consuming, and a lot of money spent into them, because as you have seen, my restorations, I tear everything apart and I don't mess around. And it's funny, there's a lot of people who in the comments will, not a lot, but a few people who think they're funny, and they'll accuse me of, faking restorations, because they go on the internet and they think everybody's, faking restorations. There are channels who are clearly faking them, but you see that I'm not just dusting dust off of them and telling you, yeah, it's a new unit. Obviously, anybody who knows about electronics, I tear them apart. I change all the capacitors. Yeah, I put everything in the dishwasher. You see everything I do, and I don't have to prove myself to anybody, because I've been doing it for 30 years, fixing stuff, and I love tearing things apart. And, anyway, so, I don't amuse myself, but because I don't fake it, I do, like I said, take a lot of time doing these things. And so what happens is, I was trying to bring you more content in between, like the content of the little rants, and then I did a Dukes of Hazzard, the car episode, So I want to bring, what I wanted to say is that I want to bring you in the future a little bit more of those things. I will not give up the restorations. Don't worry, I will still bring you. But I think it's important for me to also bring you other content, because just like the other channels as well, they talk about a lot of other stuff that's retro, and I have a lot of good ideas, and I have access to a lot of stuff, and I do want to bring you that a little bit more as well. Also, it'll bring you some content instead of me just waiting around for me every month or two to bring you restorations. But I will continue the restorations, okay? I just cannot be working 70 hours a week to try to, edit, film, do everything and do, regular work. And another thing I wanted to mention as well is that when I started the channel, YouTube was very friendly to creators, or at least more friendly than they are now. And when I say that is because I'm not the only one. Even if you look at, sorry, I keep saying 8-bits in the basement because that's Peter, but the 8-bit guy, if you look at him, he's got over 1 million subscribers, and even he was complaining about how everything diminished because unfortunately YouTube have promoted the all the shorts. They want to be TikTok. There's only one TikTok and I really don't care for it. But unfortunately, YouTube seems to be going that route. And what's happening with that is that they're pushing more like my daughter's 14-year-old videos than they are creators. And I'm sorry, but I don't call, when you're filming your cat or you're dancing in front of a video for 2 seconds, I don't call that video creation. Okay. I apologize to anybody who's doing that out there, but seriously, I do not call that video creation. Video creation entails, me, I do a lot of research. I'm presenting something to you. I write a script for the show. I do restorations. I do all kinds of stuff, and I'm bringing you content from A to Z. That's a whole creation process from A to Z. So it's a show. And so if I'm going to film my cat running around, I'm not a video creator. Okay. I've put zero thought into that. And unfortunately, YouTube have put all their efforts into that. So what happened with that is that in the beginning, when I started this, I started making a few bucks from it and saying, hey, at least, even though I was a small channel, I'm at least paying for the restorations, and it's not always out of my pocket. But what happened with that is that YouTube cut until now I barely get $10 in a month, so I don't even get paid because they wait till you have a minimum to send it to you. I make zero. So if I make a big fat zero and I'm spending a lot of money, including licensing music, everything, YouTube, I'm sorry, but they do not care about video creators. So it's very hard, but I do this because I enjoy it. So because I enjoy it, I'm not relying on this as, to survive. At least I can't, and I wanted to at one point. So I cannot, afford to put 70 hours a week and to make a big fat zero because, like I said, YouTube is really not worth it. So maybe I'll look for another solution in the future. I don't know. But anyways, that's, the main story. So I will bring you restorations, but you have to be patient. I will bring you other content. And, if that's not to your liking, I'm sorry, but at the same time, if you do enjoy my content and you do enjoy the rants and the other shows that I bring as well, then please stay subscribed, because I have a lot more that I want to bring you. And I think it'll be quite interesting, because restorations, you can only do so much and I can only restore so many things, of the same, so many tape decks, so many VCRs. At one point, even you'll get bored. So if I bring you different content in between, I think you'll be very happy. So anyways, that's in a bulk what's been going on. I hope you stay subscribed. I am coming out with a few things very soon. I'm working on them again now. So please be patient. It's coming out, and I will have something for you soon. And again, the restorations will be in between, I guess, everything else. So please stay subscribed, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.